The Air Force is reminding airmen, guardians, and civilians and their families that assistance is available through various means despite the government shutdown.
So furloughed civilian employees are eligible to apply for unemployment benefits, but accepted employees working on a full-time basis are generally not eligible. Employees who wish to file should do so with the unemployment office in the state where they work.
However, when those civilian employees receive their retroactive pay, they will be required to pay back any unemployment benefits received in accordance with state law. Also, the Air Force will provide families who are needing help with combating food insecurity with info about the SNAP program, the Federal Subsistence Supplemental Allowance Program, and the Air Force Aid Society.
And for our soldiers, Army Emergency Relief will provide rapid zero-interest loans to soldiers if the October 15th military payday is impacted. The financial assistance is intended to bridge the gap until standard government operations resume.
AER will provide an interest-free loan equal to the amount of one net paycheck up to the maximum amount of $6,000. Repayment in full will be completed within 30 days after soldiers receive back pay following the government shutdown. Soldiers who believe they will be in financial distress if they do not receive pay on October 15th or later are advised to create an account and apply for an AER loan at the website listed on your screen. Now, two well-known banks that cater to service members and their families are providing support as well. USAA and Navy Federal Credit Union are providing zero-interest loans to eligible members whose pay may be affected due to the shutdown, something that both banks have done during previous government shutdowns. USAA's government shutdown program and Navy Federal's Paycheck Assistance Program are designed for military service members, federal employees, and government contractors. Now, both providing 0% interest loans of up to one paycheck, maximum of $6,000, similar to that AER loan. It must be paid back 30 days after back pay is received. If you are a member of USAA or Navy Fed, you are encouraged to visit the websites listed on your screen for more information. And in response to the ongoing government shutdown, the Defense Health Agency has authorized TRICARE and its contractors to continue delivering health care to their 9.4 million beneficiaries. So the beneficiaries seeking medical care from network providers should feel no significant effects. Care at military hospitals and clinics would remain largely unaffected. TRICARE's website includes current information about the impact of the shutdown on TRICARE health plans and military hospitals and clinics. And the Department of Veterans Affairs has also released information about how the shutdown will affect their services. Some of the programs that are affected include career counseling and transition assistance, the GI Bill hotline, and the Regional Benefits Office. There will also be no permanent headstones placed at VA cemeteries, no applications for new veteran burials, and no new presidential memorial certifications being made. Now, VA medical centers, outpatient centers, and veteran centers will remain open. Veterans will still receive their VA benefits. The VA will be carrying out any veteran burials that are already scheduled. The VA Contact Center and the Veterans Crisis Line will also remain open. Though this next story doesn't necessarily affect our local military installations in their schools, it's really just an example of the broader impact of the shutdown. Due to lack of funding, Department of Defense Education Activity, or DODEA, schools will no longer be able to travel, compete, or even practice. So schools will still remain open during the shutdown. However, extracurricular activities are not considered essential. According to DODEA, the sudden stoppage has thrown a big wrench in the fall sports season that only had 3 weeks remaining. DODEA officials say it might still be possible to adjust the winter sports schedule if necessary. Well, now looking at how the shutdown is impacting our local military installations, Fort Sill releasing this statement, quote, due to a lapse in federal appropriations, civilian employees of the Fire Center of Excellence in Fort Sill are currently furloughed and are not permitted to work. Normal operations will resume once funding is restored. All ongoing projects will be suspended until government operations return. So obviously the big question is, what is still open on post? Yeah, well, there's quite a few few things that, quite frankly, are still open because they were classified as accepted or essential services. So all of the gates on Fort Sill, the Visitor Center, MWR, Army Emergency Relief, which we just spoke about their loan program that's available to service members, Reynolds Army Health Clinic, the PX, and the commissary are all still open and will be operating normally.
Now, some of the services that will be closed include outdoor recreation, Army community service, employment readiness, outreach and volunteer programs, as well as survivor outreach services. If you have any business in the Building 4700 Welcome Center, it is recommended that you call ahead of time to ensure that they are open, since a lot of the services inside of that facility are affected due to furloughs.
Well, Altus Air Force Base has also posted information about what services are affected by the government closure.
The Airman Leadership School, Club Altus, the Child Development Center, Hangar 97, lodging and military personnel flights will remain open.
Charlie's, the Fitness Center, Military Family Readiness Center, and the Post Office will also be open, but with limited services. And finally, the Auto Hobby Shop, Bowling Center, Education Center, Theater, Outdoor Recreation, and outdoor recreation and unit will be closed until further notice.
For more information, you can check the 97th Force Support Squadron's Facebook page. And Shepherd Air Force Base in Wichita Falls has not released a list of services that will be closed, but did have this statement about how it is handling the shutdown.
In part, quote, essential services related to national defense will continue to operate while non-essential activities may be suspended and some personnel may be placed on furlough. The base also reaffirmed its assurance towards maintaining operational readiness, recognizing the uncertainty this can create for their airmen and their families.